When your dog sleeps with you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's adorable. But behind that closeness, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your dog can do. And if you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you could be missing messages they've been trying to send for years. Let's start with what that nightly ritual really means. 1. It was never about staying warm. So, why does your dog actually sleep with you? Most people assume it's simple. Dogs get cold. You're warm. End of story. But here's the thing. Dogs are incredibly resourceful when it comes to finding heat. Sunny spots, radiators, laundry fresh from the dryer, or even their own thick fur coats. If warmth was all they wanted, they have options. So why do they keep choosing you? Because sleep is when a dog is at their most defenseless. Every instinct they have screams at them to find somewhere hidden, somewhere safe, somewhere no predator could reach. And instead, they walk past every quiet corner in your home and climb into bed with a human who is far larger than they are. That's not about temperature. That's trust on a level most owners never fully realize. A study in animal cognition found that dogs form attachment styles with their owners, similar to how infants bond with caregivers. When your dog chooses to sleep beside you, they're telling you something they can't say out loud. You make me feel safe. And by the way, if your dog ever suddenly stops sleeping with you, don't brush it off. We'll get into that at the end. 2. They're blending their scent into yours. Have you noticed your dog pressing their head against you before they settle? That's not random cuddling. It's chemistry. Dogs have scent glands along their cheeks, forehead, and even between their paw pads. When they rub against you, they're leaving invisible markers behind. But here's what most people don't realize. When your dog sleeps pressed against you, they're not just marking you. They're blending your scent with theirs. In the wild, dogs and wolves share a communal scent. It's how they recognize family. It's how they say, "This one is safe." When your dog weaves their smell into yours night after night, they're telling the world that you belong to each other. This is also why your dog might sniff you intensely when you come home from somewhere new. You smell wrong. You've lost some of the shared scent. Part of that bedtime cuddle is them restoring what went missing. And hey, if this makes sense to you, smash that like button and subscribe. It helps us reach more dog people. 3. They think they're your bodyguard. Ever wonder why your dog insists on sleeping in a specific spot? Maybe it's right by your head. Maybe it's near your feet. That placement isn't random. It's strategic. Even a small pampered house dog still carries the instincts of a pack animal and a protector. When your dog positions themselves beside you at night, part of them believes they're standing guard. In wild packs, members take turns watching over each other during rest. It's not just about bonding, it's survival. Watch where your dog sleeps. If they position themselves facing the door, they're watching the entry point. If they sleep near your head, they're protecting your most vulnerable area. They know you're at risk. Something deep in their wiring says, "This human is mine to protect." They don't care about their size. Now, will your dog actually fight off an intruder? Probably not always, but in their mind, they've taken a post. They've assigned themselves a role, and every single night they show up for duty. 4. Every sleep position is a message. Does your dog curl into a tight ball, sprawl out like they own the bed? Each of these positions is telling you something different. Let's start with the tight curl. This is the most protective position a dog can take. It shields their belly, tucks their paws, and keeps all vital organs hidden. It's trust with a layer of caution. Now, the full sprawl, legs stretched out, belly exposed. This is the ultimate sign of security. They believe completely that nothing bad will happen. What about when they turn their back to you? In the dog world, this means you trust them so much you don't need to watch them. And then there's the full contact press. When your dog sleeps pushed right up against you. That's not clingy. That's devotion. 5. They change their schedule just for you. Have you ever wondered why your dog seems to wake up and wind down when you do? Bonded dogs do something remarkable. They override their own biology to mirror their owners. They stay awake longer because that's when you're available. Your dog's entire internal clock gets rewritten just so they can exist in your world. They've synced themselves to your rhythm out of preference. 6. They feel your stress before you do. Dogs can detect subtle changes in human behavior, body language, and even scent. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol. Your dog picks up on all of it. They don't know why, but they know something's off. Sleeping beside you gives them a front row seat to your emotional state. Your heart rate, your restlessness, your breathing patterns. 7. What does it mean when a dog who always slept with you suddenly stops? If that changes, don't ignore it. Sometimes the reason is physical. Pain or illness can make a dog seek out solitude. It's a survival mechanism to hide when unwell. Other times, it's environmental or emotional. Your dog chose to sleep with you because they trusted you. If that changes, they're communicating. Listen, watch, and gently help them find their way back to feeling safe. That nightly ritual was never small to them. 8. They are choosing vulnerability over instinct. We often talk about trust, but let's go deeper into what that actually looks like. In the wild, sleep is the moment of greatest danger. It is when a wolf is most susceptible to attack from rivals or predators. Their biology is hardwired to remain semi-alert, to keep one ear open, ready to bolt at the snap of a twig. Yet, when your dog climbs onto your bed, burrows under your duvet, and lets out that long, shuddering sigh of relief, they are actively disabling their own survival mechanisms. They are saying, I know I should be watching, but I believe you will watch for me. This is not just comfort. It is a profound biological surrender. They are handing you the keys to their safety. Think about the weight of that. In a world full of loud noises and unpredictable events, your bed becomes their sanctuary, and you become their shield. When they drift into deep REM cycles, twitching and dreaming, they are demonstrating a faith in you that transcends species. They trust you more than they trust their own instincts, and that is a responsibility we often take for granted. 9. The silent language of the night. There is a conversation happening between you and your dog every night that requires no words. Have you ever noticed how your dog adjusts their position based on yours? If you toss and turn, they might lift their head. They check on you with a soft whine, and then settle back down only once they hear your breathing normalize. Dogs are not passive passengers in your bed. They are participants in a shared emotional experience. They are monitoring your state of being just as closely as you might monitor theirs. In many ways, they are parenting us. When you are anxious, they offer pressure. When you are sad, they offer silence. When you are asleep, they offer vigilance. This reciprocal relationship is unique. We didn't just domesticate them. We co-evolved with them to fill this specific emotional niche. They became the guardians of our sleep, and we became the guardians of their hearts. So, the next time you feel that heavy paw rest on your arm in the night, recognize it for what it is. A tether. A physical connection that says, I am here. You are here. We are together. And as long as we are together, nothing can touch us. 10. The legacy of the choice. Every single night your dog chooses to jump up on that bed, they are reaffirming a contract. They could sleep on the cool tile floor or in their crate, but they choose the chaos of your sleeping form. They choose the complexity of you over the simplicity of solitude. This choice is renewed every evening, day after day, year after year, until their muzzle turns grey and their steps slow down. And even then, they will still try to find a way to be near you, perhaps resting their head on the edge of the mattress if they can no longer jump up. That persistence is truest definition of love. So cherish these nights. Cherish the snoring, the stealing of blankets, the cold nose against your neck. Because one day, that side of the bed will be empty, and the silence will be louder than any noise you've ever known. Until then, let them sleep. Let them dream. Let them know they are safe. They are loved. And they are home. Because in their eyes, you are their entire world. And tonight, like every night, they have chosen to spend it with you.